Okay, now we have application with some setting. Color is working now. Okay, now we want, when we set up the color of this interface, it will change the color of this interface. Okay, now you can see in the first interface we're using the home color to set up our color of our interface in here. So I think we can use this variable like global variable and send this variable to this interface, and we change the home label and score label depend on our home color. Okay, I will cut this in score here and paste it to here. Okay, now when we active, we will check. We can switch home color and scale is home color is 0. We do something. 1, we do something. 2, we do something. 3, we do something. And default, we print out the default state for check. Okay, for case 0, so 0 is mean like a green color, so we have to home label set text. We can make it white color dot green color, and another home score we can. Okay, here set text color. Set text color, white color dot green color. Okay, for another here is now it's red color, and here we change this to blue color, and here's blue, and the last one we can change this to white. Okay, now we can check it. We set up our interface to blue, for example. Now it will change blue. Okay, now we can make it similar to away interface. We can come to interface and cut this away color to here, put to here, and we can use this function once again, but not for home, it's for away score, and now it's away label, and away score. Now this away color, I can change this to red for check. This green, now we can check it to the blue. Now this blue and away is white. This white here, because we switch away color is 1, it means that is a red. Away score. Okay, Now check is this to rest. It's okay. That not change. Okay, we have to set up away colors, not away score. Remember, you see, we choose strong variable. It's dressed now, but in here it's not dressed. Why? Because it's a way interface. We do not set up our views when this interface is show up. So I think we have to set up view when this interface will active, will show up. Here's green, here's red, and it's dressed again. Now we can change this to the blue. It's blue. Okay. Now we can change it to the 2 score and red. Okay, it changed red, but data is not set up. Okay. So the first problem that we can, if we want to change the color inside the first interface, we can change the second interface too. Okay. Now we want to send up. We want to send our data, the score data here, to this interface, and similar for this interface to here. Okay. First of all, I think we can use a global variable like I do in here, and we can use a set instance like singleton technical at last section that I already teach you, but in this section I will use a different technicals. I will use a standard user default to set our data. Why we use this? Because for example, when we stop here, for example, when we keep it to number 2 score here and we stop our application and we run again, you see our data has been gone. So I think we keep this data to our standard user default. This standard user default of our application will exist when our app is exist. This will be deleted when our app has been deleted from our device. So I think it's better. Okay. So you can think standard user default as like a dictionary that exists with our app. Okay. So now when we press the plus button, we will save this data to our standard user default. Okay. Now I will do in here. You can see in plus button in here how to save it. We can use NSUserDefault. That's standard user default. We set object. In here we will set the value home score. For key is home score value. This key we can use whatever you want, but you have to use exactly the same key when we want to take back the data. Okay. After we set this object, we have to save it, synchronize to our standard user default. Okay. Now we have to save this score. It's similar when we minus some score, we have to save it and synchronize again. Okay. And now when we start up our app, we have to take back the data that stored inside the standard user default. So we will put in here. First of all, we have to check if we have a value for that key, values for that key. Okay. So we have NSUserDefault, that's standard user default, that's object for key. Now we take the value, come back from our standard user default in here with key home score value, but we have to check it if it equal to nil. If it equal to nil, so that we don't have any object inside with this value, so we have to set the value for that. Okay, we have to set this value, but not home score, we set it to 0. Okay, so if we have a value for that, so if we have a value, so I think we can make home score. Now it's equal to here, object focus in here, and remember that object that we take back is in value, so we have to downcast this to in. Okay, after that we can set up our score label here. Score label is equal to home score. Okay, score label we will set text in here and home score. Okay, now we will check. Now we have a 3 file. Now it's stop. We run it again. Stop. Run again. Our code have problem. Okay, we can clean it. Now run again. At that time we have 5. Now we can change this to 2, stop, and 1. It come 2 now. Okay. Now we have to send this 2 value to here. So I think we can copy it in here to this core interface. When active here. Furthermore, we will check if we had a value inside our standard user default for home score value key in here. If we don't have, so we have to set up some value, and if we have, we can make a new variable home score value. Okay, is equal to this value that we store in the standard user default. After that, we will set up the home score. We set up home score to home score value. Okay. Now we will check again. In here, now we have 2. And now here we have 2. Now it's 4. In here we have 4. It's perfect. Now we can stop it and run again. Four, and here is 4. Okay. Now we can do a similar for our away. Here. First of all, we will check minus button press for away. Here. Minus button press. For away, instead of we set object home score, we set object away score. Instead of we use key home score value, we have to use a different key. For example, I will use away score value. Okay, we save this and synchronize. When the user press the plus button, we do the same. Come back in here, in inactive. When we active this interface, we have to check in here before we set up view. We have to check, but not away home score value. We have to just away score value. Okay. Now in here we have home score is now we always score. Now we can check. number 4, and number 4 is always now is 4. Okay, I think we have a problem because we check the wing active object focus is 4. So let's go a little bit. Now we check it to 5, 6, and run again. It's 6, it's perfect. Now we can apply to number 2 and place again. It's 4, 0, and number 2 is okay. Now our job is now send it here to here, and you can copy his score here. You can copy in here. Now it's step up. We set home score. We set here away score value. We use this key in here for key, in here for key, in here. And here we can set away score value. And here is away score value. Here is away score. Okay, now we can check. Number 4, and the 4 here is away is 2 now. Here we set it to 4 and can stop it, run it again, and check how the data is remaining. 4 is 4, 4. Okay, now we can change it to the Y and set it to 1. Okay. Now we can change it to the blue. 7. Stop. Run again. Okay. Now our app works perfectly. Okay. But we have a little problem in here because you can see, first of all, when we set the color of it here is red, for example. But we stop here and run again, and you can see the color is not red because we don't set the value of the home screen color and the away screen color to our standard user default, so it won't be saved. So when we start our application, this come back to the green. Okay, so I think this is a challenge for you. Okay, at this lecture, you already learn how to work with menu item, and you learn to work with global value again, and you see how we can use the standard user default to store our data. And remember, when we set our data to our standard user default, we have to synchronize, and when we save it, when we save the data inside the standard user default, we use the key value object for key in here, and when we want to get back, we have to use the same key. Okay, see you in next lecture.